So the SaaS brand that we're unpacking today has 85,000 active paying subscribers in the business space. They've got a $4 billion valuation and they're currently generating $80 million in annual recurring revenue. The app is ClickUp. One day I woke up and this app was bloody everywhere. They just unlocked, I think, their first round of funding and they just started advertising like crazy, and it must have worked because I'm actually a paying subscriber of ClickUp with my team at Persuasion Experience. And in today's video, we're going to be unpacking one of their core landing pages, showing you the conversion triggers and what they're doing from a marketing perspective. So let's get into it. So if you haven't met me before, my name is Matt Craig and I'm the co-founder of Persuasion Experience. We're a post-click agency. We help build out funnels, landing pages, and really optimize websites to turn them into sales and client getting machines. We've worked a lot in the SaaS space. We've worked with Linktree, we've worked with Waveflyer, and a whole bunch of other startup brands to really optimize their online presence. And one thing that I love is an awesome landing page. And today we're going to be unpacking ClickUp's landing page.
All right, let's roll. Now, wait a second.
But before we do, let's have a look at just their current numbers, right? These guys were founded in 2017. They launched with $0 in revenue, as all businesses do. And then in 2018, they hit $1 million in revenue in 2018. And then in 2020, they hit $37 million in revenue. And in 2021, they hit $80 million in revenue. So they are on a very high growth trajectory. Just have a look at that line chart here. They are going really bonkers in terms of their client acquisition, and it's all because of their landing page, right? They are getting traffic, they're getting referrals, they've got a really great product. So now we're gonna be having a look at that first step of their marketing funnel, which is acquisition, right? Getting new users onboarded into their platform. So this is their core landing page. And what you'll notice here is the value proposition. And that's one of the main things that these guys are doing. And that's number one element that we wanted to focus on with this video. It's just the value proposition, the message. That's the most important part, right? We see it all the time in the SaaS space. We just talk about features, but we need to be talking about benefits, right? Way too many SaaS brands, what they're doing is they're selling the plane ticket, right? Hey, this is how much legroom you're gonna get on your beautiful seat. And what they're not selling is the destination. And that's what you need to be selling. You need to be selling the destination and not the plane ticket. So what I love about this website is obviously it's beautifully designed. I love like the calming hues, really well polished. It looks beautiful, right? But what I really love is just this first message when you land here, one app to replace them all. If you spent any time in digital agencies, doing digital projects whatsoever, messing around with websites, chatting with cross-functional teams, you'll know that there is just way too much tech out there. You get really bogged down. What was my password for this? What was my password for that? And what ClickUp's doing is they're trying to all bring it internally into one really master platform. So for example, with ClickUp, we chat with our contractors via chat in ClickUp, which is awesome. So we don't need to have Slack, for example. So that's sort of how this platform works. They're trying to build out a lot of these platforms and bring them all into one. And this is why the messaging and the value proposition is so strong for ClickUp, right? One app to replace them all. And from like a pricing perspective, I'm not going to be going over the pricing for this video, but when I was analyzing ClickUp to Asana, back when I was making my purchase decision, it did so much more and was half the cost. So from a value proposition perspective, it is just a real masterclass, as along with the messaging, right? One app to replace them all, maybe a bit of a call out to Lord of the Rings, one ring to rule them all.
It says one ring to rule them all.
But, I just love that. And their value proposition is also very, very strong, right? You can get started for free forever and you don't need a credit card, right? So they're really just optimizing to get mass adoption, mass people saying, yes, let's try it out. Let's play around. Let's see if we want to switch from Asana. Let's see if we want to switch from, Jira. Let's see if we want to switch from, what are the other ones out there? Basecamp, Monday. There's so many out there of these platforms, right? So we really want to make sure that, we're just really making it as easy for someone to say yes to, because the people signing up for these is going to be like the project manager, right? It's not necessarily going to be the decision maker or the business owner. The project manager is going to be enforced with really trying this out. And if we've got all these payment loops for them to get through, all this like sign off for, hey, the founder needs to sign off on this piece of tech before we put down a credit card for it, they're actually going to lose a lot of potential customers. So what they've done is they've really just reduced the barriers, right? They've reduced the roadblocks for people saying yes and even just trying out the service. Because how this is going to work is what they're going to do is they're going to get people on the platform and saying, hey, this platform is actually pretty bloody awesome. So let's explore more of it. Let's unlock those other elements and features that we want, because we know that this tool is great and just a few more extra features is going to get a massive productivity boost. So let's sign up to it. And that's exactly how it worked for us at Persuasion Experience when we were using ClickUp. So that value proposition in terms of the offer, getting started for free with no credit card, works wonders for these guys because they've got such a strong product and platform to back it up. So in terms of this page, and what I would look at potentially changing on it is they've got just a lot of, again, just feature copy. And what I don't like about it is obviously the app does a lot, and it's a really hard thing to design for without the page being massive. But we've got like these little tabs here, and it's not really obvious that I can click through and that I need to wait for it. So that would be the first thing. There's a lot of hidden information, and I would just be, potentially sending out a survey to everyone that uses ClickUp and being like, hey, why did you decide to sign up with ClickUp in the first place? Was it that I wanted one app to replace them all? Is that how I would phrase ClickUp to a potential colleague? And that's one thing that we do when we rolling out our conversion-based surveys for clients when they sign up for Persuasion Experience. We ask this one question: how would you explain the product or service in question to a friend or colleague? So for example, if we were working with ClickUp, this is what I would say when we were questioning and surveying their clients and their current customers. They've got 85,000 of them, so we get some great insights, which would be this: how would you explain ClickUp to a friend or colleague? And just have a look at all those responses. We'd get all the qualitative data, and then we could get some really strong messaging, which would then inform the structure of this page. And what I don't like about this is, like, it doesn't really address the problem here. See your work your way. Is that like the problem that, potential people looking for a project management tool are after? And projects and tasks, simply work and get more done. This is pretty like airy fairy sort of, copy that we're using on the page, right? Like, it's not very clear of like the tangible benefit. So I'd love to see a little bit more explanation on this page, really solving that pain point, right? Bring all your teams into one central platform and work better together. Something along those lines. Even then, I would like to call out a number. People that switch to ClickUp see an immediate 27% boost in their team's productivity in the first 30 days. Now you're thinking, oh my God, like I need to get my team on this. Or, are you sick of things getting lost? Are you sick of, logging in to 20 apps a day? Do you know that if you have to log into 20 apps a day, your productivity and your team can lose up to 700 plus hours every single year? Did you know that that could be impacting your business? Now the person thinking about this is like, oh my God, now I need to think about ClickUp. So really, they haven't been selling the destination all that well. They've been selling the plane ticket at the start of this page. And I think this is an easy fix. I think all the features and benefits that they have here are quite well put together. I just think we need like a lead panel here, really explaining the problem that we address with ClickUp, right? If we can nail that on this page is going to turn into a conversion monster. Now, the next thing that I wanted to call up about the ClickUp landing page that we're reviewing today is the social proof, right? Like, these guys have 85,000 customers, but it's not super apparent. If you don't know about ClickUp, it's sort of hard to see, right? Like, we've got joined 800,000 plus highly productive teams. So that sounds good there. Got 10,000 plus reviews. I would love to see a little bit more proof injected throughout this, right? Some of these individual testimonials on, Capterra, G2 Crowd, GetApp, actually layering them in maybe to each feature set that we've got down here, right? Around projects and tasks. Or hey, the chat function allowed me to remove Slack from my business and I got to save an extra, $2,000 a year from our budgets, or whatever that might be, right? Having some of that proof injected on this page is going to make this page way, way, way more stronger. And that's exactly what we want if we want to increase conversions. The next thing that I wanted to call out on this page was, I love the fact that they've, it looks like you've got a video testimonial here, but what we've actually got is an off-ramp, and this is a conversion killer. So please click up, change this, right? Obviously it goes to a very in-depth case study. It's very, very long, a little bit, self-serving. I guess like project managers, they might want to get into the details about all this, but a lot of this is just way too much information, I believe. And, I think it was clicking to a video testimonial, or it looked like a video testimonial, but if we come back here, we have a look, it's not actually a video testimonial. So that's another thing. I would actually be, going out to ZenPilot and getting that video testimonial and just layering that on the page. And we see this all the time, especially in these big brands. They know they're awesome and they know that they've got a lot of customers, but people coming to their website for the very first time don't know them, right? So what we need to do is make sure that we have forced consumption of proof. It's so critically important, right? Just because you know that you've got lots of video testimonials doesn't know a potential customer does. So what we want to do is we just want to have a lot of video tiles here saying, hey, these are all the amazing benefits. These are some of the logos that are associated with this, and actually show these people what they can get from ClickUp, right, through third-party endorsements and video testimonials. So that would be something that I would look at improving on this ClickUp page. The other element here as well is just sort of like page sort of falls in a heap, right? Like we've got this small call to action. It sort of looks like a giant button. It's not really super obvious. So the next thing that I would be looking at doing for this page is really just making a very clear call to action panel being, hey, these are all the awesome benefits that you're getting. And having like a big value stack, right? Like a green tick, hey, you're gonna get access to every single feature. It's free forever, plus you don't need a credit card. So just improving that messaging and just that call out at the bottom of the page is going to be super important. So there's a couple of things that I would change to this page, but at the end of the day, these guys have 85,000 customers. And one of the main things that I wanted to focus on for this video is just explaining that value proposition and the message, right? So just to summarize that message again, we've got it back up on the screen. One app to replace them all, right? Really going after that pain point of just having so many apps in your marketing and tech stack that it's just very frustrating. You're constantly getting asked for passwords and it's just super frustrating, right? So they've really addressed that well, got a really clever message as well. And I really like the way that they've done that. But where I think it falls down is they just need to explain the actual value proposition more, right? Like what's the quantifiable and tangible result to someone that actually signs up to ClickUp? If they can add that to this page, it's going to be absolutely killer. Now, the next thing as well is that value proposition, right? Making it as easy as possible for someone to say yes. That is super critical, because if you're setting up these roadblocks like credit cards and you're not confident in the back end product to actually convert that person, you're not going to be growing to 85,000 active customers paying you monthly and paying you annually, right? So that's what you want to fix on your SaaS landing pages, right? Really reducing those roadblocks, adding guarantees, things like the free forever, no credit card plans, and making sure that you're confident in your ascension plan for getting users from free to paid. So I hope you enjoyed this rundown of the ClickUp landing page and mini teardown of it. There's a fair bit of improvement to go, but they're doing a great job and they've grown to 85,000 customers. So there's a lot that you can take away from this page and deploy for your SaaS brand. So my name is Matt Craig. If you like videos like this, give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a comment. If you want me to tear down, review another SaaS brand's marketing, please go ahead, drop a comment below and let me know. And now I've got some more videos coming up that you can watch of teardowns in the SaaS space. Enjoy.